A very good morning to all of you. In the remedial classes, I've selected a topic spillways for you, as I thought that this is the most typical part of our course. So I would like to get you people into this topic. So in the spillway, what are the instructional objectives for you on completion of this lesson? uh, the student shall learn the functions of spillways and energy dissipators in the project involving diverging and storage projects. What are the different types of spillways? How to determine the shape of an ogee crested spillway and its discharge computations. The spillway profile in the presence of a breast wall. Now, what are the criteria for selecting a particular type of spillway? Different types of energy dissipators. And last, what is the design procedure for hydraulic jump and bucket type energy dissipators, along with the protection measures against downstream of energy dissipators? So, first, I would like to introduce about the spillways to all of you. So, what is exactly a spillway? We can figure it out by a diagram. I would like to show you. So this is the typical diagram of a free overfall spillway of an arch dam. So what does it basically means? We'll let this know. In this type of spillway, the water freely drops from the crest as for an arch dam. It can also be provided for a decked overflow dam with a vertical or adverse inclined downstream face. Flows may be free discharging as well be the case with a sharp crested weir, or they may be supported along a narrow section of the crest. So you can go through the theory which I have shared in the departmental web page and as well as in Google Classroom. For a decked embankment dam, this is your free overfall spillway. This is your upstream section, this particular portion for embankment dam. So here is storage of water, and this is your downstream section. Here 1 2 3 are the legends. This one is random filling are shown at place of 1. At 2, here is watertight membrane. Third one is steel tendons to provide additional strength to the dam, and fourth one is concrete slabs. So you have to draw this diagram in your notebook. This particular part is the overhanging lip of crest. These are intermediate sluices, and these are curved downstream face of arch dam. And here on the downstream side, when water spills over the spillway, this is the hard surface to resist impact of falling water. This is the short lip provided for overfall spilling of an arch dam. So here you can see this is the scouring below a dam. So this is a typical case study for scour below Kariba Dam spillway in Zimbabwe. Now we'll move forward for an overflow spillway. Overflow type spillway has a crest. Earlier in the free overflow spillway, uh, uh, there is a crest in form of limb, and here is a crest shaped in the form of an augie or S-shaped. The upper curve of the augie is made to conform closely to the profile of the lower nape of a ventilated sheet of water falling from a sharp crested weir. You can see in this figure. You have to draw this figure in your design of water resources engineering lab too. So this is the axis of dam, this is the upstream face of dam. Here two types of concretes are there, class A concrete and class B concrete. From here the flow occurs. The typical overflow augie spillway is constructed over a hard rock foundation. Here your right training wall. This is your radial gate for an augie spillway. This is the example of Panchet Dam on River Damodar. So now we are here. Naturally, the shape of the overflow spillway is designed according to the shape of the lower nape, a free flowing overweir conveying the discharge flood. Hence, any discharge higher than the design flood passing through the overflow spillway would try to shoot forward and get detached from the spillway surface. The theory is very much explanatory, so which reduces the efficiency of the spillway due to the presence of negative pressure between the sheet of water and spillway surface. And for the discharges at design height, the spillway attains near maximum efficiency. The profile of the spillway surface is continued in a tangent slope to support the sheet of flow on the face of the overflow. A reserve curve at the bottom of the slope turns the flow into the apron of a sliding basis or into the spillway discharge channel. An augie crest apron may comprise an entire spillway such as overflow of a concrete gravity dam. So these are the typical elevations you can understand. This is your 316. Here is your grouting hole. Here elevation 321. Here elevation 327. Now here 337. So elevation is increasing as we move upward or as the construction of this augie spillway taking place. This is the upstream side of face of dam. This is your downstream face of dam. So now from the spillway the water moves from downstream side to upstream side. This portion is upper nape and this portion is your lower nape. You have to draw it in your notebook as well as in your practical book also. This is the Example of Augie spillway and apron of Sardar Sarovar Dam spillway. You have to clearly draw it in your notebook. Thank you.